The next big thing to come out was NFTs. And here we go again, a lot of teeth sucking. Well, they're a bubble. I don't think you even know what NFTs are if you think it's a bubble. What they are is a way of authenticating assets digitally. That is something the world needs, because all of this internet of value that's being built across Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other protocols and elsewhere is all about trust. So when you put something on an NFT, you're creating trust. And trust creates scarcity. And scarcity creates value. Now, this is where everybody gets NFTs wrong. They're like, well, what? We can just put anything on an NFT, attach it to an NFT, and now it's valuable? No. Some of that stuff is trading because it's proof of concept going on. Most of this meme stuff is worth zero. Most of this stuff is worth zero. Everything that comes out of art that has real value is generally not considered to have value by the majority. They think it's ridiculous. How can a piece of digital stuff that can be replicated be worth anything? Well, interestingly enough, it's all about authentication. A book that is printed has value, whatever value that is, minimal. A first edition of that book has rarity. It has more value. A first edition of that book signed by the author has more value. A first edition of a book signed by William Shakespeare has almost limitless value. So it's the layers of rarity that come into it. And NFTs do that. So I'm really interested in that NFT space because it spreads. It's not just about art. Art is an easy way of looking at it. So it can apply to real assets like wine. It can attach to real estate. So we're all waiting for the growth of tokenized real estate. And as securities laws change and come up to speed, we're going to see an explosion in that. My guess is the next cycle, we will see a massive change. Now, why should real estate be tokenized? Real estate should be tokenized because it stops just the rich people getting rich in the high-end real estate. Because again, if you remember, because of the monetary debasement and the fact that they get more money, they get to invest in the more expensive property, which goes up more because there's more money in that space and everybody else gets left behind. But if you tokenize it, everybody can own a share. So you can have the same percentage share of your net worth in it as a multi-billionaire. That's groundbreaking. That's all of this digital space does that. It completely levels the playing field. But NFTs also game-changing for the music industry. We've seen the Kings of Leon, we've seen a bunch of bands starting to realize that this is going to disrupt the middlemen in music. 80% of all money in music goes to middlemen, not the artist, which is kind of insane. You can then price scarcity for different people. So if the bulk of your people will buy your album or stream it for free, so you get paid virtually nothing from Spotify, then there's the next tier. And currently that's the people who go to concerts. So your concert ticket's $50, $100. Okay. So you've got extracted more value from people because it's rarer, because you get to see the artist physically. And then you might have the meet and greet, which you pay a bit more money for. Okay. That's basically all there is for artists. When what they've got is this massive community of millions of people, they can also provide rarer assets to them. So in the case, for example, you could provide a single recording that nobody else has and give it to your superfan, and it could be worth millions. So you can monetize all across your fan base, much like most subscription-based businesses do. So that creates revenue streams for musicians. It changes the economics and gets rid of middlemen. It just ekes out more for the actual people. We're also seeing the rise of community tokens, and people haven't quite seen this yet, but this is coming and it's going to be gigantic. So there is a platform called Socios that has a coin called Chili's, which I don't own, but they have built community tokens for big football clubs, soccer clubs in Europe, AC Milan, FC Barcelona, a bunch of others. And what, as a fan, you get is a token of which you can get benefits. So they're like fan club benefits, including voting for what kind of kit they wear, or some of the choices. So you're actually involved. your community token has meaning. So it also has value. So if the team does better, your token's worth better. And you're kind of part of that ecosystem, and it will give you benefits like tickets and stuff like that. So that is the start of where this is going. Everybody who monetizes online in any way, shape, or form is going to have a token. And we're going to see this from everybody from sports stars to YouTube channels to actors and actresses, through to charities, through to, I mean, you name it. Anything with a community is going to tokenize. And it's going to unlock vast amounts of value. It's going to unlock ability for people to participate and feel part of something, of a society, which has its own form of money.